Good morning, Nigerians, Africans, the people of the world. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria in Africa Unite and the anchor of Nigeria Now. Global matters are rising. Good morning, Africa, and reggae at its best on ONN. How are you all doing today? It is 1 a.m. in Houston, United States of America. Welcome to Good Morning, Africa. Today, we're going to be considering Sharia and its application in Nigeria. Yeah, the topic of today is Sharia, a weapon against the poor in Nigeria, especially in the north of Nigeria, poor Muslims in the north of Nigeria. And I'm going to, it's a comparative study or analysis, what I'm going to give. This broadcast is not meant to, insult anybody or the Islamic religion, but the reality of our time in Nigeria and the mischief the elites of Nigeria employ in order to hold the poor and the mass of the Nigerian people hostage. And a situation that must stop now. So the people of Nigeria must be free. Can be free. Nigeria is a secular state. Yes, what makes a country a secular state? A secular state is a state that did not adopt any particular religion as a state religion. So in Nigeria, everybody has a right to practice whatever religion he has. He chooses, he or she chooses. And no religion should be prioritized above and beyond others. But in Nigeria, for a very long time, what we have seen is this lopsided application of religion and the quick resort to the use of religion whenever we have an opportunity to sit down to discuss issues of national importance. Religion becomes something very dominant. And some people overuse it, especially some people from the north of Nigeria overuse religion, to make discussions on important national issues an impossibility. And this is an understanding, something that we must clearly, address so that we won't continue to do that, to have fracas associated with the religion. I was a victim of two religious crises in Nigeria. I lived in the north of Nigeria, specifically Kano, and I have a scar. I wish I could take this off so you can see the scar on my forearm. Yes, I nearly lost my life, and my friend with whom I was not as lucky. He lost his life. Yes, they killed him while right in my presence, and then they came for me. I don't even know how I got saved, but I got saved mysteriously. So, I mean, I believe that I am in a vantage position to talk about this. Looking at the trajectory since then to now, nothing has changed. Religion has been something that people deploy as a card every time they want to express their political opinion, or no, to get the people, to hoodwink the people. Yes, and in that using religion helps them, they use religion as a vehicle to violate the basic human rights of Nigerians, especially those Nigerians in the north, and specifically the Hausa people that constitute a huge majority in the north of Nigeria. I'm talking about 30% of the entire country's population, and a great number of them are Muslims. Now, here is the catch. Sharia is not even supposed to be adopted anywhere in Nigeria. That is a violation of the sovereignty, the constitution, and the well-being of Nigeria. But because of the way the country has been structured, some people have been allowed to brazenly and violently violate the country's constitution and unchallenged. Now, we have seen several cases of where poor, majorly poor, that is why we captioned this, that Sharia in Nigeria is not applied the way it ought to be applied, in a manner that it would be fair. So it is a weapon, in my opinion, very strong opinion, it's a weapon against the poor. And it's a weapon against especially the poor houses. And this legal code, Islamic or Arabic legal code, is only applied in the north. Muslims from the southwest don't accept it, they don't apply it because they know how injurious it could be to others around them. And then anytime they are challenged, they will tell you that it does not apply to everybody. But when you use it to violate the rights of even normal human beings who are Muslims by chopping off their hands, it incites someone like me, who is a human rights activist, that respects the sanctity of life and the dignity of man. So why do you think I will close my eyes when you catch a young boy who stole a cellular phone and then you chop off his hand? Yes, and you think it is okay, and that I will keep quiet? I'm an activist, and that is part of my call to duty. I must stand up for that child. I must stand up for that woman who is stoned to death for saying something, or maybe having an affair. Who are you to be the one to speak for God? Why is it that you make a parallel law that is opposing the Constitution of Nigeria? This is where we are talking about this. Now, why we are talking about this now? What actually incited me, I've seen a series of cases that I'm going to reel out to the people of Nigeria and the world to see the hypocrisy around this Sharia, the application of the Sharia law in Nigeria. Yes, the application of the Sharia law. They only take the violent part, the one that they use to suppress, beat down the poor. That is what. And you know what? This law is not evenly applied. Those who steal billions of naira from our country's coffers, this law, this Sharia legal code is not used to put them through trial in court. They will opt for the regular to go and face trial through the regular court. Yes, so that is hypocrisy. That is double standard. And that is why a lot of people are incensed by its application. There was a young boy, 12-year-old from Adamawa State. He stole, they allegedly said that he stole a cellular phone in a gathering. 12-year-old, 12-year-old. That is an adolescent. He was taken to a Sharia court, tried and found guilty. and his both arms were chopped off. A 12-year-old, that's a baby. No country puts children through trial in any court system. They have a way or ways of addressing children's bad behavior. Now, no question was asked about what prompted that young boy to go and steal a cellular phone. The obvious thing is that that young boy was hungry because the system, the Nigerian system generally, and the system in the North in particular, denies children access to everything because of the Al-Majiri system, which is a ground for brainwashing children. Instead of sending them to school, they deny them access to Western education, as they call it, and then put them through Arabic education that leads them nowhere. They come out, they don't even understand anything about Arabic and its application to Islam. Yes, you see them beg from AM to PM. And majority of these young children are Hausa people. Majority, majority, if not even 100% of them are Hausas. And that is the reason. That has been the medium through which they have repressed the Hausa people for 222 years. Yes. If you're an Hausa person listening to me now, you must have been a victim of this at one time or the other in your life. And this system may have been the reason you are poor. That they tell you that it's okay for you to be poor because Allah ordains whatever anybody should be. No, Allah does not tell you that you are going to be poor. It is some people who manipulate you mentally that have made you poor. Those who refuse to educate you, they are responsible for your poverty. Those governors in the north of Nigeria, those senators in the north of Nigeria, those members of the House of Representatives in the north of Nigeria, those emirs in the north of Nigeria, they are wicked. They use Islam to suppress you. They use religion. The wrong side of it, they misinterpret what the Quran says. I've read the Quran. The Quran is a very good book. I've read the Bible. Nowhere was it written that you have to be poor and that God made you to be poor. It is the wrong interpretation and your lack of understanding of what is written in Arabic because they don't teach you anything. They know that when they teach you the right thing, they have empowered you to resist and to ask them questions. Those questions they don't want you to ask are the reason you are poor. So now it is important for you, you Hausa child, you Hausa grown up. I know you are addicted to your religion. That is fine. But it's time, the time has come to ask yourself a question. You Hausa people, you are the reason I'm addressing this. Don't be offended because the truth is an offense. Yes, but it's not a sin. What some people are not able to tell you, I am telling you. I am not a Muslim. I am not a Christian. But I am a child of God. I love God. I refuse to accept religion because of the misconceptions and the lies those who drive religion have told from time immemorial. Yes, the Almighty God lives here in my heart. I listen to him and he speaks to me. If you listen very honestly, God, there's a connection between your heart and your ear. There is a very strong connection. If you calm down, Remove yourself from distractions. You listen. Your heart speaks. And when your heart speaks, it's God that is speaking. That thing that will make you recognize good and evil, light and darkness, freedom and slavery, and life and death. Yes. God speaks to everybody. You got to listen to him. God does not have to speak to you through an imam, especially a corrupt imam or a corrupt pastor. Yes, the same God that made you made them. That same power, that power you have, the power of discernment. If you're obedient, if you obey, you are obedient. Goodness is in everybody. Listen carefully, you will hear. Yes, you will hear. So, people, the reason why malams and imams and pastors are able to mislead the people is that the people resigned. They stop listening to their hearts and start listening to those fake men of God. And they will exploit you emotionally. They will enslave you mentally. They will exploit you materially. They will tell you things, even when you are dying, they will tell you that it's an act of God instead of sending you to the hospital. God loves you so much that he doesn't want you to die. When your death is really an act of God, nobody needs so much explanation. It will be so glaring because every man has come with a purpose. Yes, you must fulfill your purpose. God did not say that he will cut you in pieces, in bits, before you reach your purpose, that you die of avoidable diseases that can be treated. And because one malam told you not to do anything, or one pastor told you not to go to church, you keep praying, and then you die, and they say it's an act of God. No, that is not an act of God. That is a criminal negligence. Yes. So Sharia in Nigeria, in the first place, should not even be, because we are a constitutional democracy. Nigeria is a diversity with people from different religious backgrounds. So no one religion should have a law, that a law outside the constitution of Nigeria. You can practice your religion, that is fine. But the problem we have, the concern we have, is how they are using this religion or this extra um, legal code that has nothing to do with our constitution to violate the rights of our fellow citizens. And then when they violate your rights, it impacts me. When they mislead you and you use it to violate my rights, it directly impacts me. Then when they misapply it to lie to you, to kill yourself, or to pick a gun to kill someone else, it violates the rights of others. That is what we are saying. When they use it to punish you, which is the area that they use most, they use it to punish you. They punish the poor. Yes, they stone the innocent to death, but they don't stone themselves. Have you seen? Do you think Saad is the biggest criminal in Nigeria? One of the biggest. He's a terrorist. He's a mastermind of terrorism. You believe that he doesn't have a sin? Why are they not using Sharia to try him? Now, clear-cut example. Abubakar Malami, he is a Muslim. He stole so much money, billions of dollars. He stole billions of dollars. Billions. He's a Muslim. Why are they not using Sharia to try him? Why did he not opt to be tried by Sharia? So that his hands will be chopped off, so that his neck will be cut off. Now open your eyes that this is a weapon against you. Sharia is not for your own good, not for your own good, for the poor. Yes, open your eyes. Ask this question: why Abubakar Malami is not being tried with using Sharia law. But they use the same Sharia law to cut off the hand of that little boy. A baby, 12-year-old baby, they cut off his both hands. So why are they not taking Abubakar Malami to Sharia court? Okay, that's Abubakar Malami number one. Hadi Srika is a Muslim. He was Nigerian Minister of Aviation. He stole all the money in the aviation ministry. He even did the worst. He went to Ethiopia, took an Ethiopian jetliner, put a Nigerian logo on it, and call it Air Nigeria. He brought it to Nigeria towards the end of Buhari's administration. They celebrated, all of us celebrated, that Nigeria now has its own airliner, only for us to discover that it was a fraud involving millions of dollars. Yes, Hadi Srika, Muslim. He prays 5 times a day. Sharia law was not used. They arrested him. He went to the regular court. He didn't go to Sharia court. Sharia court is for the poor. They use it as an instrument to repress you, so you will not rise up against their sins and evil. No, no, that's a Hadith Rika. All right. Idris, Accountant General of the Federation. Accountant General of the Federation. A Muslim. He prays 5 times a day. Yes. A hypocrite. All right. He stole 81 billion naira. 81 billion. 81 billion naira. 81 billion naira can build hospitals around Nigeria. Only him. He put it in his pocket. Malam Idris, Accountant General. He stole 81 billion. When they arrested him, he went to the regular court. All right? He did not go to Sharia court, where they could cut off his hands, where they can chop off his head. He did not go there. That is hypocrisy. All right? Do you want me to continue? Yes, he went. After he stole all that money, he went and the Fulani Emir of Kano gave him a chieftaincy title. And majority of the poor went there to celebrate with him. Yes. All right. Another one. Dr. Umar Ganduje, ex-governor of Kano State. Ganduje, Babam Barao Banza. Yes. Badam Muslimini, he's a Muslim. He prays 5 times a day. Hypocrite. All right? He stole all the money in Kano. He was even caught on camera stuffing his Babarigan with money, dollars. That's why they call him Gandola. Down Iska Barao Banza. Yes. Yes. Muslim. He prays 5 times a day. All right? He went to court to challenge. Sharia court was there. Those bastards, his bash, they didn't see him. Yes. All right? You want us to continue? The name is endless. What of Bauer, the one that's the chairman of EFCC? Yes. He did not go to Sharia court. Shameless people. El Rufai, who was stealing when he was governor of Kaduna State. They did not go to Sharia court. So, you ordinary Muslim in the north of Nigeria, who they use as weapon to defend their evil, it's time you open your eyes. It's time you open your eyes. They don't want you to rise up, especially the Hausa people. That is why they bring all these rules to curb you, to hold you down. So when you rise up, they will take you to Sharia court. Alakali will flog you and put you there. They will come and say you slept with another man's husband. They will whoop you and want to stone you to death. Yes, there was a young man who sang a song in Kano or something like that. Now they caught him and wanted to kill him. Hypocrites. Hypocrisy. Don't let them hold you down with all these fake laws. Laws that they cannot apply to themselves. They apply it to the poor. That is hypocrisy. They drink beer. All right? They hide and drink beer. They do all kinds of crazy things. But they don't want you to do them. But they do them. We know them. Some of them are our friends. They do everything that Sharia forbids. But you can do them. But they do them. And when they are caught, they want to go to the regular court. They don't go to Sharia court. Hey, people, if you are just joining, please, subscribe to our channel. Our channel is a channel of the truth. We don't care who is angry, but we have to speak the truth. Yes, we speak the truth here. The hypocrisy in Nigeria is just down too much. Too much. We cannot take it anymore. So that is why we are speaking up. There are groups in Nigeria that are waking up. They will bring all these fake laws to hold them down. Sharia law permits them to tear little children apart. Yes, girls. They vandalize girls and say that their law permits it. Do they allow that to happen to their own children? No. They marry underage children. Thousands of young girls have what we call a vesico-vaginal fistulas. Yes, children who are not up to marriage age. They tear them apart. They'll be bleeding. They'll be passing urine and feces from the same from their vagina. And they use all this Sharia law to cover themselves. It is fake. It is not true. They are not applying, they are not, the type of Islam that they practice there is not real. The elites there are abusing the people of Nigeria and that part of our country. So it is time to raise the awareness, make our people understand what is taking place. That the laws that they pass for them, the double standard, is a reflection of the hypocritical mindset of those who drive the system. And they should wake up and rise up and take their rights, take their lives back, and join the rest of Nigeria to be free. You can be a decent Muslim without subjecting yourself to these evil rules that those who drive them do not apply to themselves. I challenge Saad for all the evil he represents. And that is why he's having problem with Arnold. We have more than enough intelligence information about his involvement with the Boko Haram terrorism and the Fulani banditry that is tearing the country back down. Why is he suddenly silent now? He's not talking anymore like he used to talk. But he will have his day in no distant time. He will. And Nigeria is going to change and become a true country. All those who are setting our country back, those who steal from the country, those who rob our country blind, those who invite foreign influences to create confusion around the gold deposit in Zamfara. Their days are coming. So if you like what we're doing, please um, give us a like our channel, share our message, share our channel so that YouTube will continually, uh, you know, recommend our channel to people from Nigeria, across Africa, and around the world. Again, we are talking about Sharia law today. The hypocrisy it represents, especially in the north of Nigeria, where it is used to repress the people. They don't want to hear this type of sermon because it offends their sensibility. But we will not continue to allow them to abuse our people. The people that are abusing our fellow Nigerians, the people they are robbing are my brothers and sisters. The people whose hands they are chopping off are my brothers and sisters. The people they are stoning to death are our brothers and sisters. They have no right to take anybody's life. So we are here standing up to them now to resist them and to tell our people to wake up and start resisting them. Yes. So if they cannot apply the same standard that they used to hold our people down to themselves, there's no reason applying it anyway. So that is what we are about. So we'll appreciate everything you do to help expand our message so more people will join us. You do this through subscribing to our channel, joining our membership, being active in our community, commenting, asking questions, liking, and doing everything that you can to help expand our mission. So that is the reason we exist. We exist to inform and inform correctly. Remember, as always, the ONN is a global movement. We came about because of what the mainstream media represents, that they do not tell our people enough truth because they are driven purely by economics. But here we are driven by the truth. We go to the details to tell our people the truth about everything so they can be better armed when confronted with challenges arising from social issues that we have to deal with every day that we live. That is what we represent. So your support by any means will be highly, highly appreciated. Let me use this opportunity to appreciate our new visitors here today. And we hope that before you leave, you would have subscribed to our channel. And we thank our loyal existing members who keep coming back. We have grown phenomenally since the very past few months. The growth has been unbelievable, and it couldn't have been possible without you. We thank you. As it stands today, over 1.9 million people have viewed our channel, and that is highly commendable. It couldn't have been possible without you. Thank you very much. If Anesia Okoye, thank you. Jackie Lee, hey, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Yeah, Stevie England. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. We appreciate everybody who joined us here. So what we have been talking about is Sharia law in Nigeria, its misapplication, its use as a tool to repress and exploit the poor, especially the houses in the north of Nigeria. Yeah, the houses who are waking up, the houses who have been repressed for 222 years since 1804. Yes, we are here to enlighten them more about why their situation has been the way it is and what they must do to change their situation. They must understand that God did not create them to be slaves to anybody, that the Almighty God created them as free human beings, that God did not create them to be only tea makers, God did not create them to be shoe shiners, God did not create them to be beggars, God did not create them to be tomato fryers. God did not create them to be water fetchers. God created them to be the best they can be. They can be the best doctors. They can be the best engineers. They can be the best nurses. They can be the best lawyers. They can be the best astronauts. They can be the best broadcasters. They can be the best of everything. God did not create them that their millions and their generations will continue to live below poverty line. They constitute a very, very powerful, critical population in Nigeria. It's time for them to rise up. They must understand that there are tools that have been designed to hold them down. The tool of religion. Religion is good. I am not condemning religion, but they must be able to make a distinction between religion and when they are being abused. Any person who abuses you using religion is an enemy, is a hypocrite, is an exploiter, is a slave driver. So we now want to see the House of people able to sit down and critically analyze their life journey to where we are. Why those who oppress them, they and their families prosper, but they don't prosper. It's time to question. This is a very sensitive topic because I understand the Hausa people are very, very religious. I have lived among them. They are some of the best people that you can deal with. Yes, they are honest, they are trustworthy. Yeah, but you can't take their religion away from them. But I'm telling them that for a very long time, religion has been used as a tool to hold them down by those who do not believe in those religious practices. So that is why I took time to name Abubakar Malami a big thief, now in detention. You see, he was crying. I wish I can bring his picture so you can see him crying when they had to remand him in court. Yes, he thought that he was going to be allowed to go home on bail. Then the judge said, no, you go back to your cell. He busted out crying. He was weeping like a baby. This man was a very wicked man as an attorney general of the Federation of Nigeria. He was the one who shielded the Boko Haram members from being prosecuted. He was one of those who orchestrated the violent assault of the Kuje prison by Boko Haram, during which 3 hours of operation, they released all their members. Who was the DSS chairman, DSS director? Yusuf Bichi. He was nowhere to be found. They were all part of it. They were behind the recruiting what they call repentant terrorists into the Nigerian armed forces, where they became spies for their terror members outside the forces. That they lay ambush for innocent and defenseless Nigerian soldiers who come out to fight like true citizens of Nigeria. Yes, they are the ones who have sabotaged everything. They sabotage our national security. They sabotage our economy. They sabotage our justice system. They sabotage everything. They destroy everything. They are the ones. They don't love Nigeria. They hate Nigeria. They are the ones in charge. They are the ones who are emirs that they are not supposed to be. They seize all Hausa thrones, starting from Sokoto, Kano, everywhere. They seized it and then used it to hold down the Hausa people from growing and developing and telling them that whatever they are is the work of Allah. I tell you today, it's not Allah. It is they. Yes, the people you have been, the wrong people you have been looking up to for leadership that they don't have are the problem. You must rise up against them. Sharia is a weapon against you. If it is not a weapon, you must ask them why they did not use it to try Abubakar Malami. Why they did not use it to try Hadis Reka. Why they did not use it to try Accountant General, what is his name? Idris. Yes. Why is it that it's only for the poor? Yes. Ask them why Atiku is above the law with all his violations. Why Saad Abubakar, with all his violations, is above the law. He cannot be tried. So if they want to make Sharia work, they should expose themselves to Sharia. So then all of us, maybe perhaps, yeah, it will be a very good tool to fight corruption in Nigeria. All those who stole our money from Nigeria, especially from the north of Nigeria, those who call themselves Northerners, majority of them are thieves. They are the biggest thieves in Nigeria. Yes. And you know what? All of them are Fulani elites. Majority of them are Fulani elites. I didn't say the Fulani people, the Fulani elites. They steal a lot. They are the ones who push this Sharia so that the Hausa people and the ordinary Nigerian will not rise up against them. They are the ones. Rise up against them. Don't let them hold you down. Yes, we don't want double standard in Nigeria. That is why we are fighting for open Nigeria. Open Nigeria with free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional access to opportunity for every Nigerian, including every Hausa person, to grow and develop and progress and prosper according to his or her abilities and levels of competency in a non-threatening environment for individual goods, for the collective good of the country and its people from generation to generation. We want to see Hausa people who are treated like human beings. We are tired of seeing young Hausa people who wake up in the morning, have no toothpaste to brush their teeth. They wake up with the same plate with which they ate yesterday, unwashed, and going from house to house, asking for food. When their mates in America are in school, when their mates in the UK, Germany, and other parts of the world are in school. You know, these people are genocidal. 30 million young, innocent children are in the streets of Kano, Sokoto, Katsina, Zamfara, Kebbi, Jos, Nasarawa, everywhere, begging for alms instead of being in school. And you have state governors from these states who collect money, billions of dollars from the country's federation account every month. I mean, every month to run their states, to run the Department of Education, to run the Department of Health, to run what is supposed to be the Department of Social Services. But these children are criminally neglected. These criminals put the money in their pockets. Take their children to the best schools in America. Take their children to the best schools in Saudi Arabia. They take them to Dubai. Now they are taking their children to China. And you, the children of the poor, yes, you Hausa people of the poor, they have labeled you that you are going to be poor for the rest of your generations. And they give you Sharia law. And then they make you defend it. You get angry when people like me talk about it. Now ask questions. Their children are not better than yours. If they expose you to the same situation, the condition, learning condition that they expose them, you definitely will do a lot better than they. Rebel. That's what I'm saying. Rebel. 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 Are you an Hausa person? Or you are a Nigerian child? Now let's generalize it. It's the same thing they are doing everywhere with different names. It's time to rebel. Ferrami Electronics here. They destroyed my farms. Please, I need help to start small business. I'm so sorry to hear that. Where is your farm located? Where's your, are you talking from Nigeria? Let us know where you're located so we can address your question very well. Yes, yes. So these are the type of things. Yeah, the elites that we are talking about, in the north of Nigeria, and mostly sad. Ondo State. Yeah, I'm so sorry. When did this happen? Today, as if I knew something, there was a message that I delivered. I'm going to read it. It's on Facebook. I won't be able to have access to it. Let me see if I can actually see it from here. Yes. I was talking about nepotism. Nepotism, what it does to a nation, what it does to a people. So maybe that's something we, the country of Nigeria, must do away with very, very urgently. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really feel sad. Me that is speaking, I've been a victim of this madness in the north of Nigeria. Close members of my family have been victims of the violence across Nigeria. And that is why we all must do something, and very urgently too. And that is why we must put the leadership of Nigeria in the hands of the best, regardless of where they come from, and regardless of the God that they worship. As long as they have the abilities, the competency, the knowledge, the courage to do the right thing, and above all, the exceptional content and strength of character to lead and build, utilize, expand, extend, and sustain capacity for the good of the country and its people in a manner that it is recycled or it becomes recurrent from generation to generation. That is what makes countries great. That is what made or it continually makes America to be great. Yes, I'm preaching my message here from the United States. In this country, every generation takes a responsibility for something. You see, and they have a tradition of making America better with every generation. It is in their subconscious. But what about our country? Tell me, what about our country? Yes, what about our country? What is it that any hope, any plan for the future? It is always squandermanics that we put in power, those who destroy everything. And we support them because some of them are from our tribes, some of them are from our religious sects, some of them are from our social circles, some of them belongs to our political parties. So whenever they do anything wrong, it doesn't matter. Anything that they do to hurt the country does not matter. And that criminal conspiracy of silence is what destroyed Nigeria to where it is right now. Okay, you said I'm doing nothing. Now, my account details is this and that. First Bank, S.A. Oloro Ferrami. Well, the people of Nigeria who are listening here, if you find it in your heart to support him, please support him. He said, I believe the Fulani vandals destroyed his farm, and they have been destroying farms across the country. That is their trading stock. And sadly, we do not have the type of leadership that is needed to tackle this problem decisively so that the country will be at rest. Now, I'm going to read something. The cost of nepotism, tribalism, regional and religious nationalism, blind political loyalty, and the conspiracy of silence when speaking out matters most. If you can't hold corrupt and evil men and women from your tribe, religious sect, social class, or political party accountable for their actions that negatively impact others and your country, you can't be a good, honorable, and patriotic citizen that can be trusted to do justice. If you are given the opportunity to hold any position in trust for the people of that country, and you lose the moral high ground to stand down to hold someone else or others from other backgrounds accountable for their own negatively impactful actions that may directly affect you and your own sphere of interest. Biggest trouble of Nigeria: tribalism, regional and religious nationalism. Those have been serious impediments to making the right choice of leadership. So, are we willing to change? We must cross that line. We must make that conscious decision before we can start talking about a Nigeria that will work. If you are a Yoruba man who thinks that everything has to be Yoruba, you have to support only a presidential candidate from Yoruba land, you fail. And the same thing applies to the Igbos. The same thing applies to the Hausas. The same thing applies to the Fulanis. The same thing applies to everybody. In serious countries, they look for the best and not someone from any tribe. They comb their country for the best. It doesn't matter his or her religion. It doesn't matter his or her circumstance of birth. That he's best and that he's endowed with the abilities to make things happen. Those are the kind of people that they choose. But in Nigeria, shamelessly, 66 years after, we are still talking about North and South president. We are still talking about, oh, if the North have it for 8 years, the South has to have it for 8 years. So you bring idiots to power because they are from somewhere, and you have to share this nonsense. You are not talking about bringing the best who can advance the cause of the country, build the economy, create access to opportunity for everybody to have something to do, and everybody is happy. Yes, we are talking about Muslim ticket. We are talking about Muslim Christian ticket. Now, where are we? The worst form of insecurity has taken over our country. So maybe perhaps we try something else. But the reason for this discussion is Sharia, the damage it portends, how it is being used to exploit the poor, abuse and repress the poor, to achieve the kind of outcome that those who drive it want. So the country will be silenced and gagged. But I tell you, the people of Nigeria, I tell you, the victims, it's time you woke up. Ask questions. Why is Abubakar Malami not in a Sharia court? Why was Hadi Srika not tried in a Sharia court? Yes. Why was Idris not heard in a Sharia court? And many of them, a litany of them. Questions that you must ask yourselves. If you are satisfactorily ask yourself this question, then you'll be able to make a choice about how to proceed. But I tell you this, Sharia is bullshit as it's being applied, as it's a weapon against the poor. And that is what it is. So I look forward to seeing you in our next stream. We love that you came here to be part of what we did just this evening. We wanted to address this very serious matter so that the victims will now start asking questions about how they are being abused by those that they look up to for leadership, and to prepare them for what is to come into Nigeria. That Nigeria does not need an election in 2027. The election in 2027 will not lead Nigeria anywhere but a deeper doom. The people of Nigeria must get together from the east, west, north, and south to take their country first. Then we can reprogram it and then start doing election again. The election that will produce the type of people who love our country enough to want to lay their lives down for it and for all of us, so the country can be a peaceful, progressive, and just country. Bye for now. And again, before I leave, I call on all of you who have not subscribed yet. Please subscribe and then give us some more likes for what we do. Join our membership. It pays to be part of our membership. Yeah, that way you are one of the very first to know what is about to happen and where we are going. We do special things for our members who support us to reach our goal. We appreciate you and sincerely thank you. And for Oloro Ferrami, for those who have anything to support him, he said they destroyed his farm. If you can support him, we will sincerely appreciate whatever support you can give to him for him to get back on his feet. Take care and have a good night. Bye for now.